What up, Dealy gang? How y'all doing? We vibing out here. We're in game 3, David Magri versus Duan. Get that dueling song. We get the pop out chat up. Up. Come on, man, get that out of here. I already know about pin chat, bro. Yes, I got it. I need you to commit to one final cross duel tournament collab with Brad before it shuts down. Dude, is Brad gonna do a cross duel tournament? If he is, we'll do one. If Brad's gonna do a cross duel tournament, we'll co-host it, co-cast, whatever we gotta do, dude. I was scrolling through my followed list on Twitter earlier, actually, and I unfollowed the freaking cross duel Twitter, dude. I was like, get me out of here. I think he needs to get those. He did a YouTube yesterday, play it. Oh my god, dude. Man, Brad is down bad for the cross duel. I would too, man. Brad went all out for cross duel. I don't blame him. I thought it was a really unique project. I don't blame him that he went so hard for it. He was really killing it over there. Bum, 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 na, little, little, little. But yo, Duel Links is we got some stuff going on this week, man. We got maintenance tonight. It's a big, thick maintenance. 3.5 hours for the Serena event. LUNALIGHTS actually gonna get some skills. Rest of their support, hopefully. And it looks like Duan is gonna take that Rockets. Actually playing. Of course, it was our cuss. Definitely. All right. We are top 16 right now. Let's see if we can get us a fresh match. Let me be the first to welcome our new Serena LUNALIGHT. Thick Leo Dancer Thigh Waifu Overlords. Yo, the Serena unlock video, I'm gonna have a guest on, so we're gonna do a little collab with smaller Duel Links creators, someone who really likes Serena and LUNALIGHTS. So I'm really hyped about that. They're gonna be able to give me some insight to the character, you know, into the deck as a whole. They really like LUNALIGHTS, so I'm excited. We haven't done a collab in a minute. Quite looking forward to that. We haven't done interviews in like forever. It's not going to really be an interview, more like just, you know, them giving their insight onto LUNALIGHTS. Yeah. Gonna be extra, I don't know. Gonna have to find out. Hopefully they don't time gate it too much. Hopefully they make the character unlockable on like the 28th or something. Hopefully we don't have to wait until like the 30th. Some crazy amount of time to unlock the character, man. But I don't know, just from my like, I don't know, I'm a little bit worried about it just because, like, you know, the 2 event cards aren't amazing and we're only gonna have so many level up slots. That at the end of the day, like, I really don't like us having. I really like us, like, you know, especially with the way they handled the recent Arc 5 characters, like giving people level up tickets. Like, I really don't like that. So I hope that they actually give us a lot of the character, especially because, right, there's not gonna be, probably will not be a mini box this month. We're probably gonna get a selection box, like a lot of people said, like we did last year. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we actually do get a lot of their support. I hope they just don't throw in filler cards and lock us to skills for the boss monsters, so I hope we get a decent amount of what's left to come. They've been pretty quick lately. Yeah, I've seen that as well. I have seen that lately. They've only been delaying us like a couple days. Oh, it's gonna be mid as fuck. Selection mini on the 31st probably. Yeah, and that's probably what's gonna come in the leaks tonight. So I'm really looking forward to that, you know. Leaks still, but maintenance doesn't end until 4:30 a.m. man. That's freaking crazy. 4:30 a.m. like that is insanely late. Like I'm probably like, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up at 4:30. Maybe I'll wake up at like 6 or something. Record. I hope there's selection box leaks for me to cover. Right, that's the first thing. I really do want to cover selection box leaks tonight. That would be the goal. What are we seeing here? Something a little bit unusual. Crusadia. Crusadia Crawler. Crusadia. Okay. Crusadia did get a little more support in the recent box, right? Which selection box is coming too? It should. Last year, for July, we did get a selection box. We did not get a mini. So, you know, honestly, what would you guys rather like? A selection mini or a regular mini box? Like the difference between the two is the mini box that comes out, it would have LUNALIGHTS support in the mini box, right? However, if we do get a selection box, then we're not going to get that, but we will get something else. We're probably going to get like, I don't know, man. We're going to get a crazy card, of course, and then we're going to get reprints, which may be LUNALIGHT reprints, but like a lot of people mentioned in the last stream that, you know, pretty much everyone who's invested in the meta or has invested in Blue Eyes at any time, they have LUNALIGHTS. So I'm considering a big part of the player base does have LUNALIGHTS, but you know, that didn't stop them from reprinting Goki, even though, you know, in the past a lot of the player base may have had Gokis because, you know, sheer Noiser meta. So I don't know. Do you think LUNALIGHT reprints in the box would be like a waste? I hope plant support is selection. Yeah, but plant support for who, man? Like, we've got Yurdi coming, but that's far down the road. Like I don't think they're gonna release his support in a selection box that's still like several months away from their release. UA ready to fight LUNALIGHTS, man. Some of those leaked LUNALIGHTS skills, they look like they're going to be trying to really capitalize on the fusion monsters' multiple attack effects and stuff like that, so we're looking alright. Once we get the full text of the skills, though, that's what I'm going to be really looking forward to looking at. But, you know, even though the leaks will come out tonight, likely, for the full character, of course, we're going to wait till the character unlock to see what everything we're going to get. That's that Crusadia OTK. Unfortunately, heroes do not have it when they don't have back row. That is pretty rough to get around. Bismuth will be taking that one. Let me see what game they were in. That was game 3. No, it was not. It was game 1. Holy. Bismuth. UA penalty box will make Luna Fusion attack useless. Yeah, penalty box is the thing, right? Penalty box is a thing, but you know what else is a thing? Cosmic Cyclone. You know? I don't know. So I'm very interested to see what the strengths and weaknesses they try to build the new LUNALIGHT deck around. And for pendulum support, it's not looking good for LUNALIGHTS, right? I think if we want any hope of them getting pendulum cards, it's gonna be, you know, one tiger, one wolf. I don't think they're really gonna try to give us too much on that forefront. Luna's mostly play hand trap. Over here. Bam, bam. They're using 3 effects with Crusadia. Nice. UA perfect ace will negate Lunas once per turn. That's the thing, right? We have a lot of tools that we didn't have before for Lunalights. You know, like you're bringing up good points for UAs, but like, I don't know, man. Like, Book of Moon's gonna be a staple in the deck. Cosmic Cyclone's gonna be a staple in the deck. I'm just thinking, like, the best skills before Destiny Draw and Master of Fusion, these are cards that synergize really, really well with a lot of the tools that we have now in the game that are a little more free, right? Of course, I'm not saying they're going to be meta or anything. I just don't think they're going to be as, you know, vulnerable as people think. I mean, of course they're going to struggle, right? They're just, at the end of the day, they're just not as powerful of a deck as, say, like Orcust or Heroic, stuff like that. But after the ban list, you know, those things could change. Those things could change. Totally. Alright, Crusadia Crawler. This is a trap monster. Is this new support? I don't remember them playing this. To a link zone. It's... Oh, if it's special summoned to a link arrow, you can add. So they will add Succession to the hand off of this effect. Very nice. Forget metas. Luna's old card limit will be lifted. The only thing they have limited still is Yellow Marten, right? Oh no, they have actually quite a bit cards limited. I mean, Fox at 2, right? They've kind of moved away from limit 2 cards being the deck balancer. The limit 3 cards do pose a problem. They do pose a problem for the deck. And I think the main thing is, like, I think the deck on release, it will be weak. But I want to say that after the ban list, I would like them to revisit the Lunalight nerfs. Just because, like, you know, they'll be able to see once they get the new support that they still do struggle with, you know, 2 of their best cards being limited 3. So that is definitely something I'd like to see as well. And I think it's going to be important for the deck to be good. You know, there have been several decks that haven't really popped off as soon as they release, but it's taken them a couple weeks, and sometimes they need a few changes. Maybe a good support card from a box or a ban list, and I think Lunalights is going to be one of those decks. It's going to be... The new additions to the strategy will be welcome, but I don't think it's really going to be able to pop off until we do get that ban list, and I hope to see it lessen the restrictions on the deck as well, right? A lot of other decks lately have been, you know, brought up. They've been able to succeed as of late because of the balancing stuff. You know, Heroes, new support, been doing really well. Rockets, they got some new extra deck support. They've been doing pretty well, even with their limit 3 onto Silver Rockets. So I definitely think there's room for, you know, other rogue decks to kind of reach that maybe tier 4 spot. For Lunalights to be one of those decks, though, I definitely think they need to take Emerald Bird off the ban list. I think Yellow Marten is the real card that they want to limit you access to, but Emerald Bird's got to go off. It's got to get off the list, man. Especially if we don't get strong main deck options, because we can get all the extra deck monsters, all the new extra monsters we want, but if that main deck core is not good enough, the deck will still struggle. They're gonna hit Tenki, I guess. Ooh. Damn, Judgment Box is on fire. Earlier Orc support, now Luna. I mean, that box remains to be one of the highest value boxes in all of Duel Links. Judgment of the Light, man. It's not Judgment of the Light. That's a TCG pack. It's called something else. I don't even know what the full name is. Judgment of Light? Is it something called like that? Okay, we've got the Crusadia Maximus, right? That's that guy's name? Equimax. So how's it doing? And Konami getting in the lane with box names and DL, Lord of Boral. What does that even mean? I mean, you know what it means. Boral. I mean, the thing is like the thing is like Boral is a play on words of barrel, right? It's a play on words used for the Borreload archetype. So I'm not too upset with that. It's just that, you know, Boral isn't a word, right? It's not a word, so it kind of sounds goofy. Ihiro, bloody no koka hachdo. Bloody is gonna take that Equimax. What? Yes. Take that Equimax. Boom. Alright, Mako Pin is in a very good spot. Double back row plus the plasma negating the entire board right now. This is huge. I don't know about that Malicious getting left up at 800 though. I mean, of course, you know, she's gonna be safe to a certain degree just because the Crusaders are gonna lose all of their attack gaining effects. That's a white princess from the hand, though. Gonna take some pretty big damage on that. Mako Pin going down to 1,000, and now all of a sudden, that attack position Malicious is not looking so hot. Any 1800 attack point monster is gonna put them in lethal range. With double back row from Mako Pin, they should be able to deal with whatever Bismuth brings out. 3 cards in a hand for Bismuth. Did they use the succession? I believe they might still have it in play. I think they do. All they have to do then is bring out a Link Summon and they'll get out an extra monster for a Link 2. This is looking shady. All it's gonna take is one Book of Moon to shut down that Plasma. Link Ichi. Link Shokan. Adawareo. Crusadia Magius effect negated. But it is on the field. Here's World Legacy Succession. Special summon a Crusadia monster from the graveyard in the Link Arrows of the Magius. Holy fuck, they get to bring out Regulus, but Regulus 2 just at 1,000 effect negated. But now they can bring out another Link 3 monster. If they have another Equimax they can bring out here, that's going to put them within lethal range over the Malicious. Arrowhead Link-san. Arrowhead Kakunin. Mirai no Bichi no Sake to. Adawareo. Crusadia Equimax. Wanting a point on the Equimax. However, Crusadia Power. Quick play spell. Targeting Crusadia monster. It's unaffected by card effects this turn. But the bottomless trap hole is going to come through before it resolves to banish it on summon. But the Crusadia Arborea is going to make that unaffected. If it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you banish this instead. And bottomless says it destroys and banishes. Equimax is going to get that boosted attack and swing right over the attack position. Malicious. That was a huge misplay from Mako Pin. That was a huge misplay summoning that guy in the Malicious in attack position. Nice chain link from Bismuth, making sure they had the resources to win through the Plasma. That's huge. It's gonna be a 2-0 for Bismuth. Boom, boom. That attack position cost him so it cost him the match. They were in a winning position if they did not summon Malicious like that. Unfortunate. Let's find another one. Shaboogie. Check them out. Well, they might be done. It's been like 30 minutes already. Match. Oh no, they're still dueling. Okay. 30 minutes, so I'm gonna assume it's 1-1. Right. Got D Hero going first here. Drill Dark. Drill Dark gonna summon the Celestial. Great. This is gonna set them up for the maximum efficiency turn 1 play. Exishokan. Arowareo. Abisturara. Okay, so they know they're going up against Orcust Draw Phase Abyss Dweller. Gonna pitch off the Celestial rating here. Gonna pitch to the World Wand and the Illusion Magician. Gonna put an extra body on the field. Swing into the Abyss Dweller and crash it. No more effect negating. Graveyard negates for this turn. Militia's gonna come back. Decider on the field. Set the poly. D-Hero. Dystopia Guy. Dystopia Guy no Koka. Hajudo is going to target them, the Celestial. Bring them down 800. The also is going to bounce back. The Dystopia Guy. Plasma to the hand. Return to the deck. Celestial draw 2. Inkshokan. Linkuni. Adowareo. Extra hero Wonder Driver. Wonder Driver going to swing over the Illusion of Magician. Bum bum bum. Fortunately, they don't get the full combo off, and now they're going to pay the price. We're going to see a full Orcust combo likely resolve here. Illusion Magician is pretty dang good, man. Raiden and Illusion Magician really good for just more than the reasons of them supporting the deck. Anything that can swing over Dweller, man, is just so good. This is top 16 right now. I got... Alright, Galatea stolen by the crackdown, but it looks like another is coming through for Orcust. What better monster to make it with than the symbol skeleton in the grave is going to be able to resolve their full combo, bringing back out the Galatea after they've used it. Let's see what they do. 3 effects here are going to gain the boosted attack. Galatea no Koka, going to bring back the World Wand, get an orchestrated return. Okay, we'll use the Cosmic Cyclone on the Babel. Let's go. Babel limited to 1, and that card is gone for the rest of the duel. No quick play graveyard effects, but we are going to see an Exishokan. Koi Adowareo. Dingirsu is here, gonna send away the crackdown. Give me back my Galatea. Now there's no more defenses for Necro, and this is looking like the end here. Kamel, what new do you think will be in the selection box? Also, did you ever get your pricing from the tournament server? So I got some of my pricing. From the May event, but I still got second place in an April event from a different tournament server. And they're like, Konami has not sent them the pricing. I'm like, bro, how did I get my May event pricing and I didn't get my April event pricing, bro? Make it make sense. Something ain't right here. So, man, I'm gonna have to be hitting them up like every week, asking like, did you guys get the pricing? Did you guys get the pricing? Did you guys get the pricing? Because, man, it ain't no little bit of pricing, man. I got 2 prize cards coming, 12 packs of OTS packs. That's a lot of money right there, man. It's not looking good for heroes here, man. 2-set back row, I don't know. 2 back row is sometimes, I don't even think it's enough against or cussed. Hey, Cosmic Cyclone. I mean, not the best, but it is going to prevent them from getting 2 more cards. But Shabugi's graveyard is still stacked right now, so they're going to have more than enough resources to play through right here. Infinite Impermanence is the next limit 3. Cope. Ugh, guys, that would be insane, dude. That would literally be insane. But think about it, like, we've gotten 3 back-to-back-to-back really insane trap cards in the packs. Dude. What if it's Royal Decree? What if they give us Royal Decree after giving us 3 insane trap cards back-to-back-to-back? We have 3 selection boxes with the most OP trap cards in the entire game. What if they give us Royal Decree? Do you think it's possible? It'd probably be a bit too much because of our low column space. If we get Imperm, I'll eat a shoe. We don't even have Veiler. Oh, you can see it? Look, that's what I'm saying. I can see... I can see Royal Decree and coming, and I can already see the tagline, right? Restrict the use of your opponent's powerful trap cards with Royal Decree. Like, they don't even have to go that deep, bro. Like, people be raging the limit 3 traps. Just put in a turn off the traps button, bro. Nibiru definitely come in DL, bro. Nibiru. God, Nibiru would be such an equalizer, bro. Because when you think about it, only a certain number of decks right now really proc Nibiru in one turn, right? And the thing is, all 3 of the problem decks right now, all 3 of them proc Nibiru, Orcust, Odd Eyes, Pure Orcust, and Speedroid. All of them proc Nibiru. That would be pretty nutty as well. I feel like Nibiru is a really good assumption. My top 2 are going to be Nibiru and Royal Decree. And hopefully we should find out tonight, right, guys? There's going to be a huge maintenance, 3.5 hours of maintenance. Hopefully we do get some answers tonight. I would very much like to do a selection mini review. And keep that in mind, it's going to be a selection mini, not a regular selection box. And the last card that we got in a selection mini that was crazy was Crackdown. Or was Crackdown the Super Mini? I can't remember. They just barely hit the threshold for it. But they can play around it, I think. Well, the thing is, the optimal Speedroid play, right, does play into Nibiru. Odd Eyes or Cuss, they always play into Nibiru. Regular or Cuss can play around it. So, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be the equalizer that we think. I definitely think people would just start playing around it. Tough to say, though. Really tough to say. What else is on your guys' wish list for the selection box? Let's look at some top 8 matches. We're just checking out the bracket. Full Armor Master. Bro, you have said Full Armor Master, I think, the past 2 streams. Why do you think that they are just gonna all of a sudden... you know, according to the state of the meta, you know, we've got a really overpowered and busted, you know, Link deck right now. We've got a super overpowered and busted Pendulum deck right now. We've also got a super overpowered and busted Synchro deck right now that can give people 2 negates plus pure immunity to all level 7 or higher monsters. You know what we need? We need an Omega busted Synchro monster for Black Wings. I think that's what we need right now. That only Black Wings can use, bro. Oh my god. I don't know about that one, Chief. These guys done? Oh, this is their old room. They just haven't joined here yet. Oh, I put in the wrong room ID. That's what I did. It's only 3 attack point, 3k attack point monster, man. It's only 3k attack point monster that is unaffected by other card effects. And then take control of monsters once per turn. Oh my god, bro. And destroy all monsters on the field that you target once per turn. Yeah, only 3,000 attack point monster. Yeah, you know. It's just a 3,000 attack point monster. Yeah. Nothing wrong here. Hold up. Arfang cooking. Ophion would be hot. What's Ophion's effect again? Let me go read the card. Let's go read Ophion. 2 Evil Swarm monsters. While it has excuse material, level 5 or higher monsters cannot be special summoned. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Add 1 infestation spell trap card from your deck to your hand. You know, when I look at this, I'm like, it kind of hurts Odd Eyes, and it absolutely roasts Speedroids, but I don't know how I like that for, like, moving the game forward. You know, I feel like they've kind of moved away from delivering individual decks straight up W's in selection boxes, and I think they've moved towards, like, releasing more generally powerful cards that everyone can use, that even weaker decks can make use of to give them a chance to get stronger decks, right? If you release an Evil Swarm card as the thing, it's kind of like going backwards, right? We haven't gotten a selection box like that in a while, where the main card has been like Levianeer or Blackluster Soldier, you know? We have not gotten a selection box like that in a while, so I do think they're moving away from releasing those type of cards in selection boxes. But I do think, you know, I would like to see Ophion. I would like to see it. Evil Swarm is a deck that has never popped off in Duel Links. It has never, ever popped off. They've always held back giving us good Evil Swarm monsters. So I would very much like Ophion in the game. I don't want it to be the cover card for the selection box, though. I would like to see it, but I want the super duper overpowered card to be something like, you know, let me cook for a minute. I want it to be Effect Veiler, you know, give us some nonsense, bro. Give us Effect Veiler, Royal Decree. Debated was a good idea, but I don't know. IP Masquerena, I think would be good. However, I think Link decks right now, they kind of need to balance Link decks, because of course Orcus is just way too overpowered, and if they give us Masquerena before an Orcus ban list, I think that it's just gonna be, the deck is gonna be tier 0. That's what I think. The deck will be tier 0. They need to dial the deck back a bit first. I don't know. I feel like it's about time we get some hand traps. Yeah, but we have no hard hand trap negates. Give us Effect Veiler. You know, they have proven that they want to limit selection box cards on release as well. So, like, give us Effect Veiler at 1. Or give us Effect Veiler. Yeah, give us Effect Veiler at 1, man. Do it. Give us Effect Veiler at 1. Royal Decree at 3. Ghost Ogre would be a good hand trap. Yes, it would. It would be a very good hand trap in Duel Links. Duel. Sorry, guys. Looking at the bracket. Red Eyes! Red Eyes versus Rockets. Now, look, last week we saw, I think it was Xerox playing Red Eyes. And I think what deck did they beat? I think they beat Odd Eyes with Red Eyes summoning Borreload Furious, and that was absolutely insane. But both these decks have access to this card, and arguably, Rockets have more tools than Red Eyes does. So we're going to see a Bottomless followed by a Ring of Destruction, which is going to burn Xerox down considerably. They're now within lethal range of the Delindrous Dragon. However, they do have 3 back row, and Soji is quite far behind in the resource game. None of their Rockets are still alive in the field, but they do. Top deck Rocket Tracer. Xerox is going to need a response to this before it can get its effect off or something to stop it from resolving. E-Telly could be a fun card. I think it could, but again, I don't want E-Telly to be the main card. Out of all the new cards that we do get in a selection box, I think only 1 or 2 of them end up being very good. The rest of them are kind of just like filler new cards until they actually get support like 6 to 8 months down the road. And I kind of don't want to see that, right? We still haven't seen cards like, you know, old selection box cards pop off at all. They kind of just come out in the selection box, and even through the time of their actual release, they don't see play. Fuse Line here, pretty good. Gonna just straight up destroy Rocket Tracer. However, Rocket Tracer is going to use this opportunity to destroy itself, summon another Rocket, and keep Xerox within lethal range. Not to mention, Xerox did not deal with the Delindrous, but Super Team Buddy Force Unite is going to come in here, copy the Delindrous Dragon, and summon one of Xerox's own dragons from their hand. Red Eyes is going to come out onto the field, walling off Soji from finishing this duel. They're going to have to stop their attack here. They're not going to be able to get over it. No, they're not. Raku down. It's going to take the Red Eyes, and that is going to be it. The last back row, unless it's drowning, there's no getting out of the situation. Fuse Line is not enough. Oh, it is enough. They're going to destroy Crackdown. They're not going to take control of their Red Eyes. They will not be able to get over it. And Xerox uses all 3 back row, their double Fuse Line, and the Super Team Buddy Force to get over it. Ragnarok is going to swing in to resummon a Rocket during the end phase, and Soji, they're sitting calm right now. They've still got 2 back row. They really only needed to use one of their resources to get out of that situation and push for lethal. Red Eyes Fusion gonna come in huge here. The back row from Soji again gonna have to actually put in some work here, or Xerox is gonna deal with them pretty quickly. I feel like Call by the Grave is good card for DL now. Call by the Grave, I don't know. I think Call by would kind of flop personally. I think that it would be, of course it's a nice card to have, but I think with the oh my gosh, that freaking hurts, bro. Needle Ceiling here, going to absolutely shred the board, including the newly summoned Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. They are all gone. No cards in play for Xerox. I'm afraid this is the end. Unfortunate. That absolutely stacked back row from Soji. They are not messing around. A Dream Ticket Needle Ceiling. Yo, man. Them Needle Ceilings, man. They're good. They're good, man. It's still good. They're going to keep being good, too. Right, Soji takes game 1. This game needs more than 8 extra deck. Yeah, I do think so. I do think it does need more. They do need more extra deck slots. Need a low-key on Konami's limit radar. We thought it was going to get limited before. A few ban lists ago, we thought Needle Sealing was going to be limited. It was on me and Rise ban list predictions. Especially because of how many decks now have Destruction Protection, and they have effects that can allow them to still play through Needle Sealing. I think it's definitely a possibility. Needle is safe. I don't know. A few months ago with Salaman Great especially. Salaman Great was the first deck that made me really think, you know, Needle Sealing is going to get limited. Because pretty much only Salaman Great could play through Needle Sealing 100% safely. So, I don't know. I think Needle it should be safe for now, though. Would we get a new extra deck slot for a 7's World? I don't think I've been here when a world drops. Well, the thing is, every year since Synchros have come out, every year that they add a new summoning mechanic, they have given us an extra deck slot. So, with 5Ds, we got an extra one. With Zexal, we went up to 7. We didn't get one with Arc 5, and then we did get one with Brains. So they skipped giving us one in Arc 5 World Release and on Dark Side of Dimensions World Release just because those worlds do not use the extra deck more, right? Pendulums add stuff to the extra deck to increase your total that way, but, you know, they don't use extra deck cards themselves. So I'm thinking that this year, on paper, we wouldn't get one, but I would definitely like one, and I think that in order to keep the game moving forward, I think it would be good that they give us a new one. And someone got the Duelist Pass, got us listening to this whack-ass theme. What would be ideal extra deck spaces? 10 is a good thing. I like 10. Yeah, I like 10. It just allows you to actually, like, it lets you play more cards. Excuse me. It allows you more toolbox options without sacrificing the ability to regularly bring out your archetype's boss monster, you know? Bahamut Shark combo alone takes 3. Yeah, it's rough. Toolbox decks could play nightmare cards. Yeah. And I think that's totally fine, right? We already see some decks playing nightmare cards like Heroes, right? Heroes is a deck that, you know, in every iteration of it, they've been fighting for extra deck spaces, especially with the Elemental Hero version that just fell out of the meta, and now the Destiny Effect version, you know, they are playing the Nightmare Pack. They're playing Nightmare Phoenix. They're playing Xyz monsters because they have to play around or Cuss and Speedroid, you know, and they're losing a lot of agency to the cards that they can play in their extracts because of that, right? A lot of Destiny Effect deck lists right now, they're not running Mass Change, even though it would be, you know, a pretty good card to run in the deck because they just cannot afford the slots because, unfortunately, Nightmare Phoenix and Abyss Dweller are just better cards to have in the current meta. Alright, and Xerox running it back with the Red Eyes, but Soji has a pretty good start. The Void Ogre Dragon and triple set back row Void Ogre is going to be negating the first one it can when they have no cards in their hand. So if Xerox wants to time their trap cards effectively, they're going to have to wait for Soji to draw and hit a draw phase trap card that's going to mess up their board or something else of the sort, because anytime they've got a card in their hands, it's not going to work. And we're going to see the draw phase pause here. This is likely a chain from Xerox. There it is, the fuse line. Void Ogre cannot negate. It should fall here. Daily Cooking WCS watch party next month. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Rye. I'm gonna see what the plans are. Although I'm probably not gonna be there from the beginning, just because like since I moved, I do have to worry about like making noise really late at night now. So maybe I think depending on when they start it, I should be good. But from like if it's anywhere from like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., I'm not gonna be there. But any other time, I will be there though. I like Fish Death Charge after summoning a Caesar Shark or something. Fish Death Charge, man. Who remembers that card in Golden Flying Fish, dude? Red Eyes Fang with Chain. Gonna equip it onto the Retro Dragon, but Crackdown is going to take control of the Retro Dragon as Red Eyes Fang with Chain is targeted onto the roulette. The Retro, I mean. Ah, stupideth! Maybe when Dragon type monster destroy all face-up monsters on the field whose defense is less than or equal to the attack of the tributed monster. Retro Dragon is 1700. That's gonna clear both these rockets, but just until the end phase. Soji is gonna get 2 more rocket monsters during the end phase, so they have really only just bought themselves a single turn. And once again, Xerox is left with no cards in play. They've got the Retro Dragon in the grave. I don't know, man. Not good enough. They're not even gonna resolve Retro Dragons, get to resolve Retro's effect, so. Top deck Red Eyes Fusion again, man. Xerox with these top decks, man. They're running 30 cards, but their deck is super consistent. I'll give him that, dude. Meteor Black Comet Dragon coming out at 3,500. Gonna send a Wyvern and burn him for 450. I low-key hope Konami gives us new DL exclusive cards. Well, we haven't really gotten DL exclusive cards in a long time, right? And whenever they do, they're not really that good. They actually did, some did leak, right? But they're just like Tag Force cards that are now becoming Duel Links cards, and none of them are good, right? Tracer here is going to destroy the useless Crackdown for another rocket. Let's see what's being cooked up here. Soji is debating using a back row. Oh, well, I'm sorry. They were choosing the target for Tracer effect. Now they might choose to use a back row, though. Losing Tracer is not going to be good here. Without Tracer, they're not going to have a solid out next turn. Gonna suck for Soji. I wonder what their back row is to not stop that attack. Hachio Bodolonch gonna put Delingerous in the grave. They top deck a rocket that can bring it out. They do not get a third back row. They gotta pass on that. That's the one thing about running low monster count rockets, man. After the first few turns, it is really hard for you to hard draw into them. Super Team Buddy Force Unite here. Gonna copy the Magna Rockets, summon probably a Red Eyes from the grave, right? So you burn for 1200 each turn. Who is burn for 1200 each turn? Rockets because of the fusion? Well, Meteor Black Comet Dragon says if this card is fusion summoned. So isn't it an on summon effect? Pretty good ounce from Soji, and to ensure they're gonna have at least one body to put up here, but just one monster is not gonna be enough to get them out of this situation. Dangerous! Now, whoa, they had this set last turn. They could have made Borreload, took the Black Comet Dragon, and got rid of this mess. God damn, Soji down to 50 life points off that play. That is nutty. Ugh. They've even used their skill safety net now. 2-set back row. Red noise! Buraku Dragon! Come to me! How do you get these backgrounds? Not the mats, the backgrounds? You have to get the Duelist Pass. And then Soji's gonna scoop it up. So that's gonna be 1-1. I didn't flip the scores, but yeah, it's 1-1. Yeah, Duelist Pass is how you get this. It lets you change the music for winning, losing, and the regular music, and it gives you access to the custom backgrounds. Oh my god, this music is so dull, bro. Like, why do people buy Duelist Pass and then they pick the most dog shit duel music as the main theme? Like, bro, you have Duelist Pass. Make your music something good. Don't just make it. Like, this theme is so shit, bro. Like, what is this? Like, what event is this? Or is this like KC Cup second stage or something? Which is it? I don't remember. I just got an antisocial counterport. City boys up. City boys. City boys up right now. Oh my god, guys. Do you know what I did yesterday? Don't make fun of me, guys. Don't make fun of me. All right? Promise you're not going to make fun of me. But I went to see the Barbie movie with my girlfriend yesterday. I know. I went to see the Barbie movie. And it was definitely one of the movies of all time. It was a movie, I'll tell you that much. Giga Chad. Oh god. It should be a good movie. Oh man, I watched it a day too. Nah, it's good. It's aight, bro. It's aight. It's okay. It's an okay movie. Excited for the new Luna stuff tomorrow? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I hope that they give us a lot of good stuff. The leaks are going to come out tomorrow, and then Serena herself is going to be unlockable a couple days after. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm more excited for the leaks tomorrow, which hopefully will include a selection box leak. That's what I'm hoping for. That's really what I want to cover. I'm super hyped for that. But yeah, I'm hyped for Serena too. I'm just going to wait until the character review when they actually are unlockable to get hyped for that. You play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you have a girlfriend? Yes. Yes, I do. And funny enough, I didn't start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again until after I was already in a relationship. Please elaborate more. Look, man, the movie is trying to be a satire, right? It's trying to be a satire on like the real life like equality issues between men and women. And I think for the first act of the movie, it does pretty good. It does a pretty good job of that. I think the premise was introduced very well as a satire, and there were even some very funny jokes in there. But I think that the movie quickly devolves into like I think it devolves pretty heavily into just like preaching. And I didn't like the mom character. Like, she was okay, but her script was fucking terrible. It was really bad. And her line delivery was it felt really forced. Like, look, I'm a movie snob, all right? I'm not just hating on the movie because it's the Barbie movie. I'm a movie snob. I rip up everything, right? But I don't know. I was enjoying it at first, and then I was enjoying it less towards the end, even though there were some really funny moments towards the end. I don't know. I think they could have made it a really, really funny satire movie all the way through while still delivering a message, and I think they just went a little too heavy-handed towards the end. But it was an okay movie, if you ask me. It wasn't the worst movie of all time. You know, it was aight. It's Garag's theme? Oh my god, yeah, how lame, dude. Ring of Destruction, dude. Rockets are playing this card, man. Ring of Destruction is pretty damn good, especially since Rockets, most of the time, they're able to out-resource their opponents. Just straight up having this pop on one of your monsters, on your opponent's monsters, even if you do take that effect damage, not that bad. Fire Fist links Konami? I don't know, man. Fire Fists have had their time, and it's over, right? They had their chance. The deck's not viable. I don't think it's ever going to be viable. But Battle and Boxer meta. Battle and Boxer links, that could be a thing, right? Battle and Boxer links could be a thing. I'm excited for that possibility, even though it's going to be a couple months until, you know, Alito actually gets introduced into the game. Void the Wolga. Okay. And now the Void Ogre negate is live. I wonder if Xerox had anything or if they had their toggle on there to try to interrupt that. Wait for the +5 anime skill and it might be tier 3. At least the Barbie movie received better reviews from The Little Mermaid. Yeah, man, I heard Little Mermaid was really mid. I'd honestly like to see some links from Dual Overload. What links were in that pack? Cremsicle. Battle and Boxer without the new OCG support doesn't even do anything. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago, right? We actually, it was last week we had this conversation. We were asking, like, what do you think, which of the OCG cards do you think we can get? Because I don't think that I think their chaos number is too overpowered, and I think the counter trap is too overpowered. But one of the other Xyz monsters, I think we can get that card pretty okay from the OCG. So some of it I would like to see, you know. The broken ones: Hulk, Selene, Aurora Dawn, Simorgh Bird, Union Carrier, that type of stuff. Those links, I mean, they were broken in TCG. Are they gonna be broken in Duel Links? Like, it's tough to say. I don't think Celine will be broken. I think Celine would be a good addition to Duel, especially because I think that you know, the deck that's gonna use Celine, Magistus is not gonna use Celine. No one gives a fuck about Magistus. But Invoked will use Magistus, man, and that is what I am looking forward to. I would very much like Invoked to make a resurgence in the game. I like playing Invoked in Master Duel. I like playing Dogmatica Invoked. It's one of my favorite decks in Master Duel. So I would very much like it to be playable in Duel Links. Like, Dogmatica Invoked is a perfect example of a deck that I want in the game. Like that, I think that deck would be totally balanced in the game right now. Especially because, you know, they decided to give us stuff like Clear and Crystal Wing in the game. Like, dude, if we're talking about generic decks, Orcus right now is ripping the game to shreds. Nerf Orcus a little bit. Release Dogmatica Invoked. Put some restrictions on the more overpowered cards. Like, if they want to put Mechaba at 1 or something, that's fine, dude. Just give us access to more shit. That's all I want. Oh my god, can I seriously not even pick the gems from that? So annoying. Simorg, I think, what good wind decks do we have? I mean, what does the monster have to be for Simorg? Does it have to be Wind, Winged Beast, or does it just have to be Wind or just Winged Beast? What's the condition for Simorg? I don't remember. Because if it's Wind, I could see a problem with Speedroids. But if it's Winged Beast, any Wind, Winged Beast. Okay, so pretty much Harpies is the only target, right? I don't have a problem with Simorg. I think they could add Simorg because Harpy isn't doing too well right now. Harpy did not benefit at all from its Harpy did not benefit whatsoever from its link support. We already watched Soji like just now, so I don't want to watch them again. Wait, this top 4 match is done? What the? Ain't no way. Okay, I was about to say. Yeah, dude, I think Harpies would benefit from it, for sure. And I don't think it would be too overpowered either. We have so few chaos numbers in Duel Links. Well, that's because most of the chaos numbers are tied to either Shark, Yuma, or the Barian Emperors, right? And we only have one Barian Emperor in the game, and neither Shark doesn't have any C numbers. I mean, he has Shark Drake Vice, but that's it. He doesn't have, like, you know, we don't have Silent Honor Arc or any of that stuff. We just have Shark Drake Vice, and all of Yuma's chaos numbers are dog shit, right? Except for when Utopia Ray is good, and only those when it was good. What decks popped off with Utopia Ray, guys? Some decks used to really pop off with Utopia Ray. Which ones were they? I don't exactly remember. That's the only. Because look, Shark Drake Vice had the OTK deck, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really fun way to play the deck. But C39 was pretty good in the past. I would like it to be. I would like more chaos numbers to be good, you know. But again, they have to release the Barian Emperors, man, and they don't want to release those chaos numbers outside of characters. And I don't think that they should, because if they do, I think the decks will just be underpowered. They should really give them the full force of the support, right? Give us the monsters, give us the skills to use them. But, you know, we don't even have it with Garag, man. And it's going to be rough because They're not going to give us a chaos number for Garog in his event rerun. So it's like, when are we going to get it? Oof. So Crusadia. Oh, this is not Crusadia. Excuse me. Huss v Speedroid. Saw the Chalice there. Negate the summon of the Clear Wing. Triple set back row Fum or Cuss. Now this is a hell of a board. Even though they're not gonna. Actually, they're gonna rip apart this board right now. What am I saying? Yosenju used it as a secondary win con. That's who used it. Yosenju. Full Nightmare package in his Orcus deck. Gonna send back that back row to the deck. Now they're just gonna put up their board. Dewan takes it. Dewan is a goat. The Jack Harlow of Orcus. They're gonna run it right back. Okay. They are gonna run it right back.
Let's
Duel. The one going first, using that Scrap Recycler. Harp Horror gonna banish itself, summon the Nightmare. Link 2. Galatea is here. Nightmare gonna banish itself, send the World 1. World 1, Okulka gonna get back the Nightmare. The field, Galatea. Oop, not before 3 effects. Galatea gonna bring back World 1. Get the Babel. Oh no, they're gonna get Orchestrated Return. Super high efficiency there, man. They sent a second Harp Horror. That is gonna be massive. Rank up! X user changer! Galatea number 2. Babel in the hand, drawn from the Orchestrated Return. God damn, that's what I call a value play, baby. Set 1 back row, Galatea on the field. Now they're going to be able to use that quick effect to bring out Dingirsu for its removal effect during their opponent's turn. Absolutely crazy. However, I'm not seeing... There we go, send the Symbol Skeleton. Now it's set up. Aziz, I don't know what they're going to do. That Dingirsu is going to hit the field. I just hope some strong Moonlight card won't lock behind the new selection box. I don't think they can do that, bro. I don't think they've ever done that on a newly released character. Especially because the selection box is going to be out before Selena is, right? No, it's not. I'm capping right now. It's not going to be out. It'll be out like 2 days after Selena comes out. But I don't know. Like, they've done it before, right? They've put very powerful archetype support cards like, you know, just thinking off the top of my head, Stratos, right? Stratos is the biggest offender of that, being locked behind a selection box to make the deck playable. And I just really hope they don't do that with Lunalights, because I don't think there's any Lunalight cards that should be locked behind like that. If you ask me, they should just... They should not fuck with us, and they should, if they're really concerned about the power of Lunalight cards, give us 1 Tiger, 1 Wolf. That's all they need to do. Give us 1 Tiger, 1 Wolf, and later down the road, if they feel like some of them are too strong, maybe they could put 1 of them to limit 1. It won't happen because they won't have 3x Leo Dancer out. What do you mean by that, B-Scales? Elaborate. Tagger is most likely the candidate to be in the box. Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't it... I think it would suck really big if, you know, if it gets selection boxed instead of just being regular boxed. Like, why does the Lunalight deck have to suffer like that, man? We've been waiting 3 years for new Lunalight support, and you're telling me now they're gonna lock me on a selection box? Like, that would be literally the worst possible outcome. Leo Dancer will be a soft limit 1 as a level up reward. It screams level 35 Selena to me. Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of the Selena support is gonna be coming in at 1 copy. Even though, you know, the monsters are strong, but they're not too strong, right? That's the thing I like about them. They have clear weaknesses in which the meta decks right now can get around. And I just think they just need to give us the cards. They need to give us the cards. They need to not screw with us like they have in the past. I think that would be the worst possible thing they could do. A structure deck might be great, along with a structure deck with upcoming and new broken cards. Leo Dancer is her ace. Yeah, it is, right? So it's gonna be Leo Dancer. You know, like, you just have to think back, right? Like, when was the last character they actually released in the game whose boss monster is not in a box, right? They've done it with every character. I would be very surprised if they break the mold with Serena just to put it in a selection box. I don't like, if Leo Dancer is the ace, they always give it to us in a main box, always, or a main or mini, right? If they put an ace monster in the selection box, that will be so fucked up. That will be insanely fucked up, bro. I don't... They can't do that, bro. And main boss monsters or ace monsters, they usually don't get put in level up rewards either, which, you know, it does beg the question, how is this character going to be handled? It's really a situation we have not had in some time in Duel Links. Like, even characters who've already had their ace monsters released in the game, you know, they don't then make up another ace monster. Like, they don't try to double dip, right? Sometimes they'll just give them, like, some access to a dog shit, like, monster support. We've had Shay's ace in level ups. Was Rise Falcon really a level up? Was it? I'll have to look at that. Raid Raptor Rise Falcon is a level up reward, yeah? You know, you guys are right. I remember it. It is a level up reward. And you know what? I'm just remembering how mad I was at that meta because, yeah, Rise Falcon was a level up reward because the box where Raid Raptors came out, they ended up giving fucking Phantom Knights the better support in that box. I was so angry because of that. Like, that was probably one of the biggest fuck yous that Konami has done this year. It's probably the shittiest, like, move that they've done so far, and that could only be topped by them putting Lunalight support in a selection box, bro. All right, return gonna come in here. This once again is not a great position for Aziz to be in, or Cuss going first twice in a row. Just really hard for Speedrunners to play through that. How they treat Selena will be a preview to what's gonna happen with Yuri. Now the thing is, like, Yuri is has a boss monster that I do think could be in the selection box. I do think Starving Venom Fusion Dragon is a card that you could. Oh, Poisonous Winds on Speedroids. God damn, bro. Why aren't more people playing Poisonous Winds against Speedroids, bro? It's the ultimate floodgate against this deck. Why are more people not playing it? This is literally the first time I've seen someone bust out Poisonous Winds against Speedroid, bro. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Duwan is not playing around today. He's going to the finals. Poisonous Winds, man. I haven't seen someone whip that out yet against Speed. Have they ever locked an ace behind selection? No. I'm just saying, like, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon is a very powerful card because of the fact that we do also have Super Polymerization. So it's so powerful of a card that I do think it could, that, you know, in some universe, it could be a selection box card. Maybe not this one because they've never really locked aces behind selections. All right, finals are ready, baby. Oh no, they're not yet. There's still top 4 going on. But aces have never been this strong before. You're right. And no one plays System Down against Orcust. Why does no one play System Down against Orcust, man? Why not? Why do people not? I mean, I guess because Abyss Dweller is not a brick, right? Abyss Dweller is just... It actually puts a body on board, and you get to negate their strategy twice in a row. System Down, you know... System Down kind of doesn't win you the duel. It's really good. It doesn't win you the duel, right? Poisonous Winds, though, it does, because then they just can't activate any of their effects or bring out their boss monster at all. And the deck, the common back row resistant cards that the deck does play, they don't out Poisonous Winds, so I think it would be pretty good. Starving Venom makes Super Poly into a real threat to be used in any deck. Yes, it does. It does. And that's what I think is going to be one of the big things that they have to take into account when that card is released. Starving Venom is 100% main mini box art. Yeah, it is. It is. It's gonna be main box though. They ain't putting that card in the mini box. They are not putting that card in the mini box. Are you kidding me, man? Everyone and their mother is gonna be playing that card. Rockets are gonna go crazy. Rockets are gonna go so fucking hard off of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's not even funny, bro. I think Rockets will utilize it the best, which is why I'm so excited. But it's also gonna be a good anti-rocket card because you'll just be able to take your opponent's shit straight up. You'll just be able to take their stuff. Super Poly is limited 1, no, not always gonna have it. Yeah, that's true, but it's then, once Starving Venom comes out, it's gonna be the best fusion spell to play, hands down, right? It's gonna be the best fusion summon to play every fusion deck will then play Super Poly. Right now, every fusion deck, I don't think they play Super Poly, but when Starving Venom comes out, every fusion deck will play Super Poly, just because of Starving Venom being really good and you being able to bring it out. Dark right now is the most popular attribute in Duel Links. So many different archetypes use it. The entire Odd Eyes deck, all the boss monsters are dark. All of the Orcuss deck, they're all dark. Rockets, the entire deck is dark. Destiny Heroes, the entire deck is dark. That's 4 meta decks that are all dark right now. I know Predator Plants have exactly one monster that can search fusion. Does it include Super Poly? Yes, it does, because it says it will it can get any polymerization or fusion spell card. So yes, Super Poly is within that. It can search Super Poly. I talked about that card in my upcoming Arc 5 characters video. And I put that card on the screen and I talked about it. So, and yes, it does search Super Polymerization. So if we do get that card, gonna be pretty sick. All right. Okay. Licorice is going to change spots with Candina. A little bit of an odd time to do that, though. I think they could have waited until Malevolent Sin targeted it for its effect. I think they activated that effect a little early. Sad Metal Foes noises. It does say any fusion cards, fusion spell cards, so it should be searchable, yeah. If it had said fusion normal spell card, that would be different, you know, because Super Poly is a quick play, but yeah, it does say any fusion spell. And this is done. White Princess or one time? Yes, it is. White Princess for the one time. Still gonna be 2200 damage falling onto Yami's head here. Yeah, I definitely think they activated Licorice effect too early. Oh. Well, maybe this is what they wanted to do, right? Because they wanted Licorice to come back. That could have been it. Boom, boom, boom. Candina, getting another search. Verte only mills a fusion spell. It doesn't search. We're not talking about Verte. Verte mills the fusion spell and it copies its effect. The card I'm talking about is it has a really weird name. It's like Predaplant Opendopalopicus. Predaplant Ophrys Scorpio. Right? No, it's not. It's not that one. Sorry. Predaplant Darlingtonia Cobra. That is the name of the card that searches Super Poly. Dragon Talia Cobra. And even so, that card's not going to be played outside of Predaplant. Because it has to be special summoned via Protoplant effect. See, this is where I struggle to see how Trickstars come back from a board like this, because Soji has a vast life point advantage. Oh, not anymore. Holy Angel Trick, gonna let them gain 2k. Tracer going to activate. Destroying itself here. Link is a really bad way. Oh, because Verte. Yeah, Verte would be a little sus. Hey! The Lindurus is in the grave, but it cannot be brought out now. No field spell. No Tracer, yep. Oh. Yeah, no Tracer, right? They couldn't summon one off the Tracer, so they are out. So they're gonna go for the Arc Rebellion play here. And Arc Rebellion actually, even through White Princess, it will destroy Holy Angel here. Plants also have a special from deck on normal summon to search out Cobra and Super Poly. Yeah, it's huge. Alright, they're gonna try to go all in here, but I don't. White Princess will stop this. Synchro Shokan! Level 8! Arawareo! Dark Wind Dragon! Dark Wind Dragon no Kouka Hachudo! Now the thing is still, now White Princess surely is not lethal through this. Yup. Oh, it still is, because Delicious Dragon does not have defense! Its attack points cannot be reduced, and Soji will take it. Let's go. That's gonna be a 2-0 for Soji, man. Rockets in the finals. Let's freaking go, bro. Alright, can Rockets beat or cuss in the finals, bro? That's what we're here to see today. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. All right. Just waiting for them now. And so, guys, selection box hopefully leaking tonight. I'll ask you guys one more time, guys. What are you looking to get from the selection box? What do you want to be in there? What is your take for the super busted OP card that's gonna be there? And then what are some of the other new cards you think are gonna come? These selection box exclusives. Oh, what about Cosmo Dark Eclipser, bro? Cosmo Dark Eclipser. If they add that, ooh, I would like that. It's not going to get me to wail on Cosmo, though, but I think it would be a cool card to add. Oh, my God. Because we have a Dark Destroyers now, thanks to Quinton, right? Dark Eclipser would be pretty sick, but yeah, I don't think that I would want to wail on the deck for that card. Cosmo Town. Yo, Cosmos, unironically, I think they would be a really good deck to get support in the selection box. I think that would be pretty cool. DK Link Monster, Skywing, get the fuck out of my stream right now. Get out of my stream with that dog shit. Get out of here, man. Or Cuss Counter Trap? Hell no. Hell no. I'm feeling LUNALIGHTS are going to be a letdown like Necros. Let's hope not, bro. Let's hope not. DK Link Monster will go so hard. No, get that shit out of here, bro. No more fucking Phantom Knights, bro. Stop giving us Phantom Knights, bro. I don't want to see no Phantom Knights ever again, bro. If I never see Phantom Knights again, it'll be too soon. Phantom Knight's a freaking no-skill deck. Literally a no-skill deck at all. Like, oh man, they interrupted my summon. Oh, good thing I'll just activate my my free reset button, my free get out of jail free card. Oh yeah, let me activate my skill, my second get out of jail free card. Like, no, bro, get that shit out of the game, bro. I really don't like that deck. Literally no skill deck. Are we sure that there will be a selection or anything at all? Well, last year for July, they instead of them giving us a mini box, they gave us a selection mini. So just going off of what they did last year, we should get a selection mini. So like Speedroids then? Hey, I didn't say I like Speedroids. I didn't say I like Speedroids. Speedroids skill needs to get nerfed. It does need to get nerfed. It's too overpowered. Should not be able to activate both effects in one turn. Through Speedroid skill is a custom skill. Yeah, it's way too overpowered. I'm sure I'm sure why Konami gave them that overpowered effect is because they probably looked at the card list for Speedroids and thought that, you know, the main deck was pretty weak on its own, and so they gave you the super powerful skill so you could turbo out Clear Wing and then go Crystal Wing in the same turn, which I don't think is acceptable, right? I think that them giving us Crystal Wing to begin with should have been enough for them to realize, like, hey, you know, if we give them insta turn 1 access to this limit 1 card every single duel, there's just going to be decks that's just straight up cannot play the game against it. And I think that that was a huge oversight on their part. And I hope that the skill gets nerfed. August main box could be a hit. Shining Sunrise was definitely solid. Yes, it was. Speedroid skill low-key made me thought Automata play wasn't that bad in comparison. Look, man, Automata play was just, back then, skills were not as refined as they are now, right? Just going back and thinking about it, like, Dark-Sided Dimensions, the only good skill we got in Dark-Sided Dimensions was See Ya Later and the Kaiba skill, Ultimate Dragons, right? And we didn't even get Ultimate Dragons until after DSOD. The only skill from DSOD that was good was See Ya Later. So even then, Zexal was the first year where they really started to pay attention to, like, how good certain skills can be, what they can do with anime skills. And so for the time, Onomano play was super busted. Looking back, Onomano play is not as busted because, right, it only really affects your hand, and then your board really... Now, if we had Onomano play unnerfed right now, it would not be as overpowered as the Speedroid skill is right now. That's the problem. Because now Konami has found their stride, they found where they want to put anime skills, and they still made the Speedroid skill just absurdly broken. Alright, Grand Finals, Rockets versus Orcus. Let's see what we got. We got Rockets going first here. Now, they should be able to set up Void Ogre, but what is Void Ogre going to do? Well, it's going to negate the activation of either the Babel or Orchestrated Return that Dewan decides to search into as a part of their Galatea play next turn. Rocket opener from Sijuan from Soji. Very nice there. Rockets versus Orcus, let's go! Followed up by a quick launch. This is looking like a good hand for Soji. All they're going to need is for the rest of their cards in their hand to be 2 really banger back row, and this is going to be absolutely insane starter. And to be honest, Rockets need a very, very good starter against Orcus. If they don't have double traps, it's just going to be really hard for them to compete with the amount of removal and resources Orcus can put out in one turn. I mean, all I'm going to play did was make the deck more consistency, and the Speedroid skill gives the deck way more plays than it otherwise would have. Both are insanely broken in their own ways. I mean, Speedroid skill does more than that, right? Gives them more plays, gives them instant access to their Ace Monster evolution on turn 1, and it allows you to basically just skip the prep time that other decks have to go through to go into their Ace Monster, right? There's no real galaxy in which you go turn 1 Borlo Dragon every single turn. It's pretty rare that you do that, but a deck like Speedroids, man, insane. You get... It's just too much. You turn off too many cards for free, and Soji does have an extremely good opener here. The Void Ogre Dragon into 2 back row. We gotta see what Dewan's gonna do to get around that. The Babel or the Orchestrated Return are not gonna be activatable this turn. Let's see how they play it. Scrap Recycler starter. Pretty basic. Okay, send the Harp Horror. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm just thinking here, man. Soji, they cannot really allow Dewan to make Dingirsu. Dingirsu is going to rip apart Soji's board, and it's going to ruin their tempo. They're going to lose so much off of that Book of Moon here. Going to flip down the Orcus Nightmare. You can't link summon with face down cards, so what are they going to do? Right off the bat here, Galatea is not summonable unless Dewan has another extender. Tracer going to destroy the Book of Moon for another rocket. And that's good, man. Soji needs to keep doing this. They need to, every chance they get, they need to be destroying a rocket to keep their tempo going. If they run out of on-board resources, they are done. They had a very good opener, Tracer into quick launch, but if you get rid of the boss monster or the Tracer, that starts to fall apart very, very quickly. So good on Soji. They are trying every single turn to keep bringing out rockets, sending off the second scrap recycler for an apprentice illusion magician. And there is your Link 2, but you can't make Galatea without an Orcust monster, right? So what are they getting up to? They're gonna make a Link 2. Okay, back row, no Link 2. They're not even gonna entertain the Nightmare engine, it seems, but Dewan is gonna set 2 back row of their own, and they're gonna slide that Apprentice Illusion Magician into the Rocket Tracer's DMs. It's gonna wipe that thing off the board. Nightmare Phoenix. Yeah, I thought Phoenix would be the play, but if you go into Phoenix and you can't get over the Tracer here, and that is what they want to remove, it looks like. Very good here as well from Soji, planning ahead, bringing out the Silver Rocket, because they know that if there's one rocket they want to have on the board when it's not their opponent's turn, it's the Silver Rocket Dragon, along with the Booster Dragon play, which they may not have access to just yet. It's going to be banishing from the extra deck, which Dewan has not been able to access yet. And even though the deck does play double Dingirsu, double Galatea, that can come in handy. Draw phase MST here on the Boot Sector launch. Not going to be allowed to special out any more rockets. Not going to be allowed to special the Delindrus from the grave for free with that card either. So 2 big effects that Soji would have liked to have the edge over Orcust, not there anymore. Soji top decks back row. Silver Rocket Dragon loses its attack boost, but this is still a board wipe for the resources that Dewan has on the field. They're going to lose that Nightmare, but it's going to go to the grave and be able to activate its graveyard effect. Let's see where they choose to land their attack. Silver Rocket swinging into the Illusion Apprentice Magician because they want that rocket resummon in the end phase to bring out another Tracer. Very well done. Now Void Ogre, where are they going to send that thing? They've got to kill one of these monsters. Do they send Nightmare to the grave? No, they're going to kill Apprentice Illusion Magician, and they're going to leave open the possibility for Galatea to come out this turn. Let's see how that plays out for them. Right, Nightmare Phoenix is back face up. Book a Moon, pick a bat face down. That's why I wasn't afraid of killing the Nightmare, the Orcust Nightmare, because they top decked another Book of Moon, and Tracer is going to benefit off that Book of Moon very nicely, destroying it. Boom, for another rocket. Really tough to out-ogre with the back row Dewan usually runs. Yeah. Really tough. And if Soji so pleases, if they make the push, they can use it to get rid of the Babel. And, ooh. A top decked Apprentice Illusion is going to tribute off the Nightmare, letting its effect resolve regardless. Now Dewan's going to start filling up the graveyard. That graveyard is going to be pretty stacked pretty soon. Automats could brick though. It was just rare. Oh, enemy controller, dude. What are these cards? I've never seen Rocket play this stuff, man. Tribute the Tracer. Take the Hop Hudder. No Orcust. Soji is not letting Dewan have a single face-up Orcust monster in play. They know what that turns into. They know just one Orcust monster is all they need to turn into a Galatea, to turn into a Dingirsu, to turn into a full combo play, and they are determined not to let them have it. Turn 5, Dangerous Dragon now in the grave, can come out onto the field on the special summon of a rocket monster. If Soji top decks Tracer, this duel is blown wide open. They don't. They top deck back row, which might be better, albeit a little bit slower. But now, Soji is running out of ways to prevent or cuss monsters from being on the field. Harp Horror is either going to remain on the field this turn, or it's going to go to the graveyard where we'll be able to activate its effect and bring out another Orcus monster. The top deck back row from Soji has to be able to deal with that. They destroy every monster on the field that's not Harp Horror. Them leaving that on the field, I guess they do not want its graveyard effect. They do not want the deck search, and I don't blame them, because that is where Orcus succeeds the most. Top deck Simple Skeleton, no. That's 2 Orcus monsters. Hey, Soji, what do you got for us against 2 Orcus monsters, huh? What do you got? Needle Ceiling, baby! Top deck Needle Ceiling, you're not getting nothing. However, now Dewan is gonna get those graveyard effects. Harp Horror and the Simple Skeleton now both in the grave. Both gonna be live at some point. Ugh, that was a rough play, man. It was rough, but they needed to do it. Let's check out the graveyard. Simple Skeleton going to be popping off here first to summon the Harp Horror to the field. Now, while it's only 1 card on the field, there are no other Orcus monsters in the grave, but the set Orchestrated Return is going to get them 2 cards. They have to draw into an Orcus monster. Orcus Harp Horror sent to the grave for the Orchestrated Return is going to banish itself. Special summon from the deck, and now Dewan is back in the duel. Nightmare from the deck. The top deck 2 cards. Let's see what they are. Soji is without any resources. They have nothing. They top deck 2 back row. No other Orcus monsters. They still cannot link summon. Going to summon a rocket from the deck. They get Magna Rocket here. Dangerous Dragon now going to come out finally. Due to the Rocket's effect, they've got Link 3 on the board. Top deck from Soji. They need to keep drawing back row. The monsters they have right now are sufficient, and there it is. Soji top decks into another back row. They don't really have the resources right now to get over the Nightmare. They can only make Link 3. With a Link 2 and an effect monster, Link 3 is all you're getting on the board. The only Link 3 for Rockets I can think of is Triple Burst, and I don't think anyone plays Triple Burst. And that's it. They're going to pass on that. The Nightmare remaining on the field. Dewan needs a way to get into another Orcus monster, or their strategy is not going to move, and they're just going to be giving Soji more turns to build up their strategy. Top deck from Dewan. Let's see it. Let's see it. It's a 3rd back row, and they pass again. What are these back row, guys? What are the back row? Let me know. What are we seeing from Orcust? Compulse? I think we're seeing Compulse for them for sure. Soji top decks another back row. This is the best case scenario for Rockets. When your opponent is not able to play, you stack up those back row. Prepare yourself for when you're able to take advantage of the destruction. MST going to destroy the set, the top deck set back row, and it was cracked down. That is not something you want to lose as Rockets in this point in the game. That is a huge back row. The MST top deck really coming in clutch for Orcus there. Top deck Brass Bombard on the field now. There's their Galatea. Let's see it. Soji's strategy now falling apart. They could only hold off Dewan for so long. Now their strategy is finally on turn 10 going to get to come to fruition. There it is. Link Shokan. Link ni. Arrowhead Kakuni. Arowareo. Galatea. Warning point on the Galatea. Even though they finally bring it out, they are not going to be able to use this effect to get back banished monsters and then bring out other stuff. But wait a second. They can still rank up Xyz's Change over Galatea, no? Warning. Oh no, it cannot be used in an Xyz summon. It cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon, so they cannot Dingirsu over the warning point to Galatea. This was the out they needed. Now next turn, Magna Rocket Dragon can crash. Delindris can swing for face. If Soji top decks a monster there, they've got lethal on board. Woo! This duel don't stop, baby. Delindris destroys it in end phase. What the heck? If during your opponent's end phase, you can target one attacker as your Mura monster control that did not declare an attack. Oh my god. Get him out of here, Galatea. Top deck, back row. He's in lethal range. Orcus did brick. That's kind of strange. Delindris Dragon. Magna Rocket gonna swing for face here. Book of Moon will prevent lethal. But Duan right now is just stalling for time. What's in their graveyard? They've got Brass Bombard, but Brass Bombard is only going to special summon from the hand. And they've got Nightmare as well. Nightmare can do what? He can send... Oh, but you've got no face-up monsters. Oh, it says one face-up monster on the field. So we can even target Soji's. But it's not going to be enough. Soji is gonna clean it up. An amazing duel played by Soji there. That's how. Great job there, identifying the weaknesses of Orcus, knowing their win condition from the start, not letting them have it. All right. Yeah, Soji just outgrinded his resources, and that's what you have to do against Orcus. Orcus get away with murder. Just being able to play off of a couple cards that most decks are not able to stop. And Rockets, they're built for that. Rockets are built for that. Right? You run your 10 Rockets, and then the rest of your cards are just interruption, removal. Very good job from Soji there. Duan, hoping that they open with a stronger hand next time that doesn't have so many easily outed monsters and extenders. I feel like that's a big part of what got them into trouble. So we'll have to see. Cuz goes hard with gas, they tend to lose resources fast. Yeah, when they are not allowed to just resolve Orcust effect after Orcust effect, that's definitely when you start to see them falter. I'll be right back, guys. I am gonna get a tissue real quick. All right, we back. All right, they in it. Let's see. Oh, Dewan's going first this time. That means they are going to resolve. If they do open a Orcus combo, they will be resolving the entire thing uninterrupted. Let's see how Soji fares when they do not have the advantage. But what is this? Dewan! They said 3. Did they get any Orcus monsters? No, they didn't. They brick game 2 going first. Oh my gosh. That is unreal, bro. That is unreal. No Orcus monsters. No monsters whatsoever. Not even an Apprentice Illusion, anything. And Soji starts off with Kurikuronchi. Kurikuronchi no Kuka is going to bring out Magna Rocket here. Very interesting. Most people usually quick launch out the Tracer right away, but maybe they got a plan. Let's go, Hachdo! Kurikuronchi! The curse of Dewan strikes again. Boot sector launch. Now, does Dewan have an out to boot sector launch? We did see them before with the MST. They could just whip that out right here. That's definitely what we could see from them. Oh, snap. But Soji, he's short on rocket monsters too. Soji did not open a single rocket monster. They only opened quick launch. They're not even going to attack Dewan directly here. They're just going to pass it right back over. And there is the MST from Dewan going to be destroying one of the back row here. They're going to leave the boot sector launch up. Destroy Warning Point. Warning Point is what got him into trouble last duel with the Galatea. But Dewan is in straight up top deck mode. Even one Orcus monster is not going to be enough for them to play safely into rockets. And that's why Soji started with the Magna Rocket, because they only drew one monster. So now Magna Rocket destroyed, bring out the Tracer, and now they've got their safety net set up for the next turn. Set 3 versus set 3, best meta I can't. Dewan, what's the top deck? They need a monster, and they get a set, but what is it? What could the set monster possibly be here, if not an Orcus? Something they clearly want them to attack into. I'm thinking the Harp Horror. I'm thinking a Harp Horror for sure. That's top decked there. Because if it was Scrap Recycler, we would have actually seen a play. They can't set Apprentice Illusion. Could have been Brass Bombard as well. Or even Symbol Skeleton. It could be any of those low-level Orcus that you cannot make a solo play off of. So we'll have to see Soji now. Let's see what they got. They want to be careful here of sending an Orcus monster to the grave for free, because if they are unable to end the duel quickly, this could get out of hand pretty quickly. And now I do feel like Dewan has the tempo advantage over Soji here. While Dewan did brick at the start, Soji only opening one monster and losing a back row does suck. And Soji top decks another back row. No more monsters for them. They really need to start seeing something, another monster to get out something like the Void Ogre. And Mystical Space Typhoon number 2 here is going to pop the freshly set back row from Soji. And it's a Book of Moon, another card that was used to interrupt Dewan from playing. It turned off their one card Orcus combo, and it is the set Harp Horror. That means next turn, Dewan is going to be playing through this entire Orcus combo. As long as they get into another monster, they need to top deck another monster if they really want to pop off here. Soji no longer has Warning Point. They no longer have Book of Moon. This is probably the best case scenario for Dewan, even though he's still under the threat of 2 back row. But hold up. This could be some big damage here. Silver Rocket Dragon, 2200. Dillinger 16. That's 3800 damage on board here that could be headed straight for Dewan's face, unless they've got other back row. To think that they had double MST as their back row, I don't know. Did Dewan stack up extra MST to get rid of the back row from Soji? Maybe did that cause them to brick again? And Dewan is going to take 3,800 straight up this turn. No defenses whatsoever. Now Dewan is absolutely in top deck mode. Let's see it. Along with the Harp Horror summon, they're going to need one other monster to fully kick this combo off. Harp Horror no Kuka, Hachido. What are they going to get from the deck? Orcus Nightmare Toxic Shokan Dekiru. Top deck Orchestrated Return. That's pretty nuts, bro. Send away the Nightmare, draw 2. Now Nightmare's effect is still activatable because Soji has monsters on their field that can serve as the target for Nightmare. Dewan needs to top deck into an Orcus monster. Last duel, they did the Orcus return and they did not top deck into anything, but Orchestrated Battle is one of the cards that they draw into here. But how much is that really going to help them? Orcus Nightmare is right now the only monster that they have in play. What was their other top deck? This is huge right now. If they actually get another monster, them getting battle and a monster off of this would probably be the best possible top deck. But Dewan, they're thinking about it. I do not think they have it. I do not think it is in the cards for them. Now, the thing is, right, Orcus Nightmare being in the grave will allow them to get something else. It will allow them to send a Dark Machine. Then they'll be able to activate whatever Dark Machine they do send to the graveyard. If they send a Harp Horror, they will get another summon from the deck. They're going to send World Wand. World Wand special summons a World Legacy monster from the hand upon being sent to the graveyard, but they're going to banish it to target a banished or cuss monster and special summon it. Okay, they're going to get Nightmare back. But what else is there for Dewan? Did they top deck? Do they still have a normal summon available? They do! And it's a big one at that. Scrap Recycler. That was an insane draw too. Off of Orchestrated Return, bro. Babel and Scrap Recycler. That is crazy, but Warning Point does it. But Forbidden Lance is going to make the Scrap Recycler immune to the effect of Warning Point. Is there a second backrow from Soji that can negate the effect? Book of Moon will not negate the Scrap. Oh! Let's look at this for a second. Lance onto the Scrap Recycler. Orcus Nightmare gets flipped face down. That means they don't have another Orcus monster to use for the summon of Galatea right now. Oh. But hold on here. Hold on here. Where is the Scrap Recycler effect? Oh my god, where was Scrap Recycler? Oh my good man. Oh my good man. Soji is gonna take it and be your Battle Phase Tuesday number 246 champion with Rocket's best deck, baby. Oh my gosh. That's Rocket's best deck. What else can I say? Woo! Rocket. Delingerous fucking OP, bro. Delingerous was the MVP of that match. It won him both duels. Not a Synchro monster, not a Link 4, not an Xyz monster. Delingerous Dragon won Soji both of those duels. One insane matchup. Soji played extremely well all the way through. Even though Dewan did brick on game 2 and was playing from behind in game 1, Dewan could have easily gotten ahead at any of the turns in which they played, but Soji cut them off at every single point. Tick for tack, nick for knack. They were not letting them play word for word, bar for bar. They were not letting them get anything out, not letting them activate any effects. Very, very good there from Soji and his Rocket deck. Just what I like to see. Rocket best deck, winning a tournament, beating Orcust. Good job, Soji. All right. Great tournament, bro. Very nice to see that. The Delingerous from skill is unnecessary. Oh, man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, I don't want to hear that coping. I don't want to hear none of that coping, bro. Oh, Delingerous is so unnecessary, bro. Why do they need to get a Link 2 monster, the grave, bro, on turn 5, bro? Why do they need to do that? They don't need that. It's so unnecessary. Bro, come on, man. It's not more busted than the entire Orcust freaking card pool, right? How many plays they can make per turn. Rocket is extremely limited by their main deck card pool. That's why they have to rely on interruption spells and traps so much. But Delingerous really showed its stuff there in being able to take advantage of stalemate game states, right? Just being able to take advantage of the game state when nothing is happening, when you successfully stall your opponent, even though you're not pushing for lethal, you can still get rid of stuff. You know, if you just force your opponent to not attack. So absolutely insane from Soji. Great job. Even speedruns have a hard time against a good Rocket player, as they should. As they should. Rockets do fine without it being dumped in the graveyard. I don't think so, because evidently for me, Rockets do run out of steam towards the mid game, right? Unless you put up a boss monster that sticks around and you keep Tracer on the board with your boss monster and you're proccing Tracer every turn, Rockets do run out of steam very, very quickly. Even if your boss monster gets destroyed with Rockets, you know, you're already set so far behind. I do think Delindrous is balanced. I think Delindrous is balanced. You know? I don't think it's, you know, it's overpowered. Matter of fact, they buffed it for that reason, because Rockets, they never saw Delindrous. They never even got the opportunity to use it. At least now, you know, they're using it in their strategy because they could see it much more and much earlier. Delindrous showing off what makes it so good. I like it. Dewan, you played well with what you had, man. Thank you for playing as always. But yeah, that was an unfortunate break, dude. For real. That was unfortunate. Did you put more back row in your deck in game 2? That was a really unfortunate break to watch. I mean, Rockets got an actual boost with Void Ogre. I mean, yes, bro. They did get a boost with Void Ogre. But what happens when they out your Void Ogre, which is entirely possible, especially now that we have decks, you know, like Orcust, that don't need spells and traps to pop off. You know, your entire board could be wiped by monster effects by Orcust in one turn. 2 Dingirsu effects is all it takes. And didn't take out anything. I feel you. A Rocket player ended my 22 win streak while I was playing Speedroids in Legends. Just thought I had a straight shot from Legend 1 to Cog, but he stopped me. As he should. A Rocket King should stop you when you're on a win streak with Speedroids. I just fucking spilled that water all over my face, dude. Alright, that means it's time to end the stream. Guys, that's the end of the stream. Great job from Rockets. Thank you everyone for playing. Oh my god, it's storming outside too. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for coming through. There's going to be huge leaks tonight, hopefully. There's going to be a big maintenance. We're hoping that there's going to be a selection box leak along with the addition of the Selena event to Duel Links. So keep your eye out on YouTube tomorrow morning, because if there are selection box leaks, I'm going to be giving a review for them as soon as the leaks come out. So guys, peace out. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you for the leaks. Peace out.